Service, Judy K. Gildy Photography, Taylor Mechanical, McLean Transmissions, High Point Cadillac GMC, Kelly's Pizza and Grill, McBain Family Pharmacy, Burkholder Family Funeral Home, McNally's Party Store, Holton's LP Gas, Falmouth Co-op, Wexford Misaki Career Technical Center, McBain Auto Service, LC Materials. Now let's head courtside for tonight's broadcast on 107.9 CDY and stream on 107.9cdy.com.
Good Tuesday evening, everyone, and welcome to the gym here at McBain High School for tonight's presentation of boys Highland Conference basketball action between the McBain Ramblers and the Manton Rangers here on 107.9 CDY, alongside my longtime broadcast partner, good friend, and all-around Renaissance man. How can I stumble on that? Gary Hawkeye Vanna. I am merely Jay Simon. Thrilled to be with you for this one. Thrilled to be back and be calling a game again. Gary, I think about ready to dump me to the side for the legend, Bill Barnett, pretty soon here, but I am getting one more opportunity to try and earn my keep. And Gary, what a great game for us tonight. This is a makeup canceled earlier in the season. Both of these teams have some more games under their belts, and I think we're in for a treat tonight.
Yeah, this is going to be a fantastic matchup. These teams have given us some great games over the last 4 years with nail-biters, controversial calls, a 19-win streak. Copeman over Coach Hiller. Hiller finally broke the streak 2 years ago to win a district title. It's going to be quite exciting to do this, and I just want to let you know, Jay, on your audition today, if you do a good enough job, I'll have you come back and join me on Thursday. But if you don't, I'll have to find someone else.
Oh, I love the way you just did that. Yes, two teams who are sitting atop the Highland Conference right now, both undefeated, and this one will separate them. One of them will be runner-up for the time being. The Rangers come into this contest under the aforementioned head coach Ryan Hiller. They are 9-3 overall, 7-0 in the conference. They are on a 9-game winning streak. They lost their 3 opening contests, I think at least 2 of which, if I'm not mistaken, Hawkeye, were in the Petoskey tournament that they play in the last few years. They lost to Petoskey and Brighton, yes, in the Petoskey Tip-Off Classic, then got beat by Kalkaska by 5, and since then they have run over the teams in their path since then, holding Northern Michigan Christian to 12 points a couple of weeks ago, and or a week or so ago, and as mentioned, 7-0 in the conference coming into this. Meanwhile, McBain comes in 10-2 overall, 6-0 in the Highland Conference. Technically a half game behind Manton, but effectively tied with them at the top. Coming off a 1-point win over Beale City. That's actually old news. Sorry about that. Coming off a 6-point loss to Cadillac.
What? They played Beale City last Friday.
Beale City's not updated. Oh, it's not updated on, wow. So it's not updated on the MHSAA site?
Yeah,
2-1. It was Friday.
McBain, 57-56 on the Connor Murphy 3-ball to give them the lead for good in the last minute of the game. It was a fantastic showdown between the two teams. And Manton had a game against Pine River last Friday. And once again, their defense was so key, they only gave up 4 points to Pine River in the 4th quarter when the game mattered. And they were able to blow open a 2-point lead to a double-digit win.
Got one team lining up, getting ready for the national anthem, and the other still talking with head coach Bruce Copeman. In any case, McBain's 2 losses have come to Clare and the aforementioned Cadillac Vikings, a game you heard here on 107.9 CDY with Gary and the legend. And those are the only 2 setbacks that McBain has had thus far this season. These 2 teams, as you mentioned, Hawkeye, shared the same district for several years. Manton getting the win in the district final over McBain a couple of years ago, and then making a run to the state semis. Last year, Manton in Glen Lake's district, lost to Glen Lake in the district semis, and then Glen Lake beat the Ramblers in the regional semifinals. Both teams losing to Glen Lake in the postseason. This year, again, in separate districts, they would not see each other until the regional final, where both to advance. We are about to get the national anthem here in McBain. We will take a quick break while that goes on and be back. Tip-off coming up here in McBain right after this.
Providing great service and quality to our customers, LC Materials is here for you and all your concrete and aggregate needs, both residential and commercial projects. We can assist you in estimates, sand and gravel needs, project details, and on-time delivery. LC Materials is also in Cadillac at the Concrete Store. The Concrete Store has building supplies, stone, block, tools, and other accessories to help you finish your project. So when you're ready, call LC Materials. We're ready when you are, online at lcmaterials.net.
Making the final arrangements for a loved one is never easy. At Burkholder Family Funeral Home in McBain, they can help you get through the process one step at a time. Serving the families in McBain and the surrounding communities for over 40 years, they take pride in providing exceptional services that families can actually afford. The caring and compassionate staff at Burkholder Family Funeral Home can help ease the burden. Burkholder Family Funeral Home. Visit them today at 211 North Pine Street in McBain or call 231-825-8191.
High school students are training for the jobs of tomorrow today at the Wexford-Missaukee Career Technical Center in Cadillac. Juniors and seniors from 12 area high schools can choose from 14 career-driven programs. Free college credit is available. Visit WMISD.org and click or tap the Career Technical Education link. See all the great programs, then talk to your student's counselor. Call 876-2200. The Wexford-Missaukee Career Technical Center on 13th Street across from Baker College. Proud to serve the students of McBain High School. CTC is the place to be.
And welcome back to McBain High School. The national anthem played instrumentally over the sound system here in McBain, but if you're here, you get to hear the dulcet tones of Harv Lucas, the longtime PA announcer here in McBain, singing the national anthem, doing just a phenomenal job. Need to just mic him up. I don't know why. It should just be done. He should keep his mic live when they play the national anthem, but they don't. We are getting the starters introduced right now. Hawkeye, I know you've got them in front of them. Why don't you share them with our listening audience?
Starting for the Manton Rangers, number 1, Caleb Moore, sophomore. Number 3, Isaac Radin, junior. Number 4, Trevor Solani, senior. Number 12, Cole Reganiris, junior. And number 20, Jacob Hahn, junior. For the McBain Ramblers starting will be the seniors. Number 3, Daniel Quist. Number 10, Devin Morris. Number 12, Garrett Berkmos. Number 20, Justin Campos. And number 34, Logan Rodenball.
A couple of undefeated Highland Conference teams looking to stay unbeaten, but only one will leave this gym with an unblemished league record. Rangers in their road orange uniforms with the black and white trim. Ramblers in their home whites with the green and gold trim. Hawkeye, I know our listeners familiar with McBain. They know the names to look for in this one. This is the Pluger Mechanical pregame show, licensed and insured. Call Aaron at 231-282-3194 for new installations, HVAC services, and light plumbing. That's 231-282-3194. Pluger Mechanical, our pregame show sponsor. But there are the names for Manton to look for tonight. Isaac Radin has come back from injury and will be key in this one, as well as Trevor Solani, who is a key player in that Manton run of dominance when they had those two classes that came through. Ramblers win the jump ball. Garrett Berkmos winning the jump ball, and the Ramblers with the ball going right to left. There's a tap away right away by Isaac Radin, and the Rangers on the run, unable to save it as they tried to advance. And the turnover will give it back to McBain. I would expect to see a track meet off the defense for both of these teams.
Yeah, both teams really do like to push the ball when they get a chance, so the other ones do not get the setup. Looks like Manton's in a man-to-man. I was thinking they might go 2-3 zone and pack inside, but they really challenge McBain on the outside right now.
Oh, they are in their faces right now. Here's Daniel Quist on the right wing. He'll give it up. Looking for Camphouse, who runs into a defender, loses the handle. And here come the Rangers. This is Isaac Radin. Lefty dribble to the left side. He'll hand it off to Jacob Hahn. Hahn continues his dribble around to the right side. Nice little dish inside for Cole Rignaris, who misses the bunny but gets it back. Flips it out to Caleb Moore, and the Rangers will reset. Here's Trevor Solani driving, cut off, elevates, layup won't go. Ball tapped around and ends up in the hands of the Ramblers. Coming the other way is Devin Morris. Camphouse now on the left wing being checked by Hahn. Swung topside for Verberkmos. Garrett Verberkmos will give it to Logan Rodenbaugh. Free throw line extended near side as the Ramblers go right to left. There's a look inside for Verberkmos, cutting across the paint. Used a great pick. It was wide open and lays it in, and the Ramblers, first on the board, lead it 2-0.
Well, that pick was actually Jacob Hahn, who lost his footing, was laying on the ground, and no one wanted to trip over him. It's kind of like using the ref in football as a extra downfield blocker.
Ball tapped away from the post, out of bounds. It'll stay Manton basketball. They go left to right across your radio dial. There's a quick three, partially blocked by the Ramblers. Getting it right back, though, is Isaac Radin, who gets into the paint, and he'll draw the foul and go to the line for a pair. That was blocked straight up by Devin Morris, who got out on the Radin three. And Radin will go to the line for our first free throw attempts. 6:15 to go here in the opening quarter. 2-0 McBain as Radin makes the first. All I can think about is Mortal Kombat when I say Isaac's last name. It's not one of those references that nobody listening would get. Radin with a couple of good-looking free throws ties it at 2. Quickly up to Morris on the left wing. Morris top side. We'll get it to Quist. Quist will call out the play. Dribbling over, handoff to Camphouse for Verberkmos. To a cutting Quist underneath, rejected by Solani. Quist got it back up off the rim, and now we're going to get a jump ball underneath as Rignaris and Camphouse get tied up. What a defensive effort by Trevor Solani to come across in the back. Quist lost the handle, Hawkeye, but wow, what an athletic block by Solani.
Well, you know, we've watched Solani for 4 years grow up in front of our face, and he's always been a fantastic defender.
Here's Caleb Moore taking it to the rim with the smooth layup over the extended left arm of Garrett Verberkmos, and the Rangers have a 4-2 lead. 5:35 to go here in the first. Morris looking for Verberkmos, cutting on the right wing. Verberkmos surveying, will give it back to Morris. Morris wants to give it up. He'll find Quist way out by the M block at half court. Back to Morris, now Verberkmos. Left wing for Logan Rodenbaugh. Uses a Quist pick, top side, straightaway three from Camphouse is off the left side, but Morris with the rebound, then got it knocked away. And here comes Caleb Moore, streaking up the right sideline, going left to right. Moore will dribble it out, swing it top side now for Radin. And the Rangers will set something up. Radin, lefty dribble working against Morris, now down to the left wing. Top side for Rignaris, swung around to Hahn on the right wing, working against Logan Rodenbaugh. Now Solani left side, working against Camphouse. They're going to get Camphouse on the foul. And honestly, that was a little unfortunate for Camphouse because Solani just lost the ball as he tried to go around it. But Camphouse got a little tight and got him with the body.
Good call on that one. I know that the high school students don't like it, but really, you aren't supposed to be able to throw a hip into someone.
Nope. First foul on Camphouse, second of the game against the Ramblers. Solani with the long three, trying to draw the foul, couldn't get the call. Quickly the other way up ahead. Camphouse layup wouldn't go, but Morris with the follow lays it up and in. We are knotted at 4.5 minutes to go here in the first. Solani driving, spinning on the post, lost the handle. Here come the Ramblers again. Quist working against Moore. Tough shot over his shoulder. Wouldn't go. Logan Rodenbaugh with the rebound, and then gets it stripped by Jacob Hahn, who's trying to find some help, and does as he hands it to Radin. Radin now working against Quist. Gets it over half court, behind the back dribble. Lefty now to the center. Top of the key, he'll hand it off for Caleb Moore. Moore curls around the pick. And then bounce pass is off the leg of Daniel Quist. And the Rangers will inbound under their own basket. 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter, knotted at 4. It's been a defensive struggle. Both teams coming out strong defensively.
Lucas McKinnon checks in the game for Isaac Raiden for the Manton Rangers.
McKernan, the lone freshman on either roster. And Hahn's pass attempt will go off the leg of a Rambler defender again. And he'll try again from under his own basket. Now looking for Rignaris inside, and Rignaris gets tied up with Verberkmos, and Verberkmos is going to pick up his second foul. And that is not good for the Ramblers. Third on McBain. Caleb Moore, lefty dribble across the paint. He'll swing it back for Rignaris. They want Rignaris to go against Verberkmos, try to draw that third, going right at him with a little Euro step. Won't go. Nice box out by Quist, and the ball ends up in the hands of Rodenbaugh, who does not see the defender coming from behind. And the Rangers get a steal. It was the freshman McKernan who knocked it away. Up ahead, Rignaris for three. Yes! Cole Rignaris with the baseline three from the right side, and it's a 7-4 Manton lead, and the Ranger fans behind us amped up.
Well, you got big man that's shooting inside and out, and that's a potent weapon. Kind of looks like a Michigan philosophy.
There's a straightaway three ball from Morris off the mark, and Rignaris with a rebound. Over to Caleb Moore. He'll bring it up the right side, working against Quist. Lost the handle briefly, gets it back. Now matched up against Verberkmos. They'll get it over to Hahn, working against Logan Rodenbaugh. Inside 3 minutes to go here in the first. It's a 7-4 Ranger lead. Jacob Hahn over on the right wing for Solani, harassed by Camphouse. Solani puts it on the deck. Top side for Rignaris, who wanted to get it to the freshman McKernan, who slipped, threw it off his head, ends up in the hands of the Ramblers, and quickly Garrett Verberkmos somehow from the left side laid that up around the right side of the rim and got it to go. 7-6. Here's Caleb Moore for three with a quick answer. And we're going to get a whistle. We're going to have a foul on the Rangers. It's going to be called against Jacob Hahn. The three will count from Caleb Moore. It's a 10-6 Manton lead, 2:24 to go here in the first. Moore has 5. As we get more substitutions for the Ramblers.
Yeah, Connor Murphy, Caden McGillis, and Daniel Rodenbaugh in the game right now for the Ramblers.
Murphy will bring it over half court. Into Morris left wing. Down to Verberkmos on the left post. Nice little lane. Pass across the lane. It was rejected from behind by Isaac Raiden, but getting it back, I believe, was Caden McGillis.
Daniel Rodenbaugh got the bucket there.
Thank you. Sorry. I knew it was a 20-something. Inside shot attempt from Moore won't go. Rebound is taken by Raiden. And Caden McGillis ties him up. It's going to be a jump ball situation, and it's going to belong to McBain. Raiden didn't like the tie-up call. The official giving him a quick explanation. It's 10-8 Manton now, as the Rangers will try to get two of their starters back in after getting a spell. Here's Connor Murphy from the right wing. Front iron no good. Verberkmos skying over Hahn for the rebound. Hahn wants the foul call because he feels like Verberkmos went over his back. There's going to be a discussion between the officials. But Verberkmos went straight up. You can reach over if you're not going into the player. Verberkmos with about 6 inches on Hahn. I think he meant 20. He's calling it on 30, but I think he means 20. It's got to be.
You call it on Raiden?
They are calling it on Radin, but I don't think that's. It was clearly Jacob Hahn who was involved with that with Verberkmos, but right for the moment they are giving it to Isaac Radin. In any case, it'll be Rambler basketball under their own basket. Quickly inbounded, quick three from Morris is off the mark, but underneath, once again with the loose ball rebound as Daniel Rodenbaugh puts it up for a second bucket of the game, and it's a tie game at 10 with 1:25 to go here in the first. Trevor Solani, lefty dribble trying to go by Daniel Rodenbaugh, gets in the paint, short on the rebound. Morris was trying to draw the foul. Solani got the rebound back, but lost the handle. It'll go out of bounds, and it'll be Rambler basketball. 1:15 to go here in the first as we get some more substitutions. Colin Carter checks in. Grayson Verberkmos has checked into the game. Pass attempt. McGillis lost the handle to get it back. McGillis wants to go backdoor somehow to Daniel Rodenbaugh. Don't know how that got into Daniel Rodenbaugh's hands.
I don't know how I controlled it afterwards to get it back out.
Neither. Murphy will take it. Murphy dribbles left side, now back top side. We're going to get a foul away from the ball. It's going to be on the Rangers. It's going to be on Colin Carter. It'll be his first, and it's the third on Manton. It's Grayson Verberkmos kicks it out. This is McGillis on the left wing. Top side now for Murphy. They'll reset. 43 seconds to go here in the first. Murphy will hand it off. McGillis, Daniel Rodenbaugh now, top of the key. Over near side for Mason Hooker. Over to Grayson Verberkmos. Murphy, little pump fake, got in the lane, little righty layup, all the way around the rim, won't go, and the rebound pulled down by Rignaris. Here come the Rangers, 20 seconds to go. Radin quickly the other way. Kick out, open three, good. Colin Carter had a foot on the line. They call it a 2. It's a 12-10 lead. 8 seconds to go. Murphy hands it off to McGillis. Mason Hooker driving, throws it up at the buzzer, no good. And that will do it for the opening quarter of play here in McBain. The Man Rangers lead McBain 12-10. First quarter in the books, second quarter coming up. We'll be back right after this.
When it's late, when it's snowing, when you just have to have it. It's nice knowing McNally's Party Store in downtown McBain is open 7 days a week. Locally owned and operated with the friendliest cashiers helping to serve your grocery needs. From candy and chips to pop and munchies, McNally's Party Store, they're still keeping it cold. And wishing the McBain Ramblers good luck in tonight's game. That's McNally's Party Store in downtown McBain, open 7 days a week.
And welcome back to McBain High School. Jay Simon alongside Gary Hawkeye Vanna. 12-10, the Manton Rangers with the lead over the host Ramblers. Highland Conference boys basketball action here on 107.9 CDY. Caleb Moore, the sophomore point guard, has 5 to lead all scorers in that first quarter. Both teams with 3 fouls. As the Ramblers and Rangers, both Hawkeye, some intense defensive effort from both teams, and both coaches willing to sub early to try and keep their starters fresh.
Yeah, and you know, McBain kind of looks for a little bit of an offensive punch when they bring in the sophomores. They do sacrifice something on defense, so it's going to be interesting to see how this goes. We're in for another McBain Manton Classic, though, aren't we?
We sure are. Rangers with the ball to start this second quarter, and we're going to travel. Rignaris dragged the pivot foot as Garrett Verberkmos and Logan Rodenbaugh will check back in for McBain. So you got both Verberkmos boys, Logan Rodenbaugh, Connor Murphy, and Daniel Rodenbaugh. So we got a pair of Rodenbaughs, a pair of Verberkmoses, and a Murphy on the court right now for McBain. Garrett Verberkmos will hand it off to Logan Rodenbaugh, top side for brother Daniel. Daniel thought about the 3. Now he'll take it into the rim. Somehow got that shot off. Rebound, though, is pulled down by Logan. Gets it knocked away and going for it on the floor. Daniel diving for it. Almost took Solani's legs out from under him, and they're going to get Daniel Rodenbaugh with the foul. First on Rodenbaugh, fourth on the Ramblers. 7.5 minutes to go. Here in the second quarter, 12-10 Manton. Here's Colin Carter on the right wing. Carter, a little crossover on Grayson Verberkmos. Swung around for Rignaris, looking down for Carter on the right post. Topside Solani at the left elbow. Solani driving, left hand blocked by Logan Rodenbaugh. Blocked again by Logan Rodenbaugh, just kept the arms elevated. Loose ball ends up in the hands of Connor Murphy. Good defense from Logan Rodenbaugh. Murphy will hand it off. Logan Rodenbaugh, defended by Solani. Murphy, 3-ball on the way, is good. Connor Murphy fires that from his right hip, basically, but he is on the mark, and it's a 13-12 McBain lead, 6:35 to go here in the second.
Reminds a little bit of a Logan Ealing, the way he has that shot a little bit low.
Yep. Needs space, but if he can get it off, it is accurate. Here's Carter. Down low for Caleb Moore, working against Murphy. Moore will bring it out. Doesn't want to be amidst the trees. Now he'll take the three over Murphy. Back iron ends up in the hands of Connor Murphy. He'll bring it up half court. Into Verberkmos. Little dish for Logan Rodenbaugh, who kicks it back out to Murphy, and the Ramblers will reset. 6:10 to go here in the second. 13-12 McBain. Daniel Rodenbaugh, topside for Garrett Verberkmos. Over to Murphy. He'll take another three. Back iron, no good. Battling forward is Verberkmos. Saved it, but into the hands of Caleb Moore of the Rangers. 5:50 to go here in the second. It's a 1-point McBain lead. Moore crossing over on Murphy. Tough left-handed scoop shot. Wow, Caleb Moore from the left side of his body got that to go. I'm not sure what happened here. Did you hear what was going on?
I think he thought Matt was calling a timeout, and he blew the whistle and then acknowledged a mistake because McBain had the ball.
Oh, couldn't call it, technically speaking, but he's got to acknowledge it, so now they're giving it to him. Okay.
Yes.
So a 30-second timeout. Called on the floor by the Rangers. It's a 14-13 Manton lead. I'm missing another bucket. No, not. It's 14. Makes sense.
Well, these refs are doing a great job. They did make a mistake, but they acknowledge it quickly.
Yep.
And let both coaches know about it.
We had another 30-second timeout call, but that was our first timeout, right?
Yes.
So the Ramblers will inbound far side of the court, going right to left. Connor Murphy will trigger. 5:40 to go here in the second quarter. Murphy gets it in to Logan Rodenbaugh, who tries to feed Garrett Verberkmos on the post, and they're going to get Rignaris for the foul. First on Rignaris. Fourth on the Rangers. Murphy will now trigger from under his own basket as Grayson Verberkmos gives me a break from the Verberkmoses and checks out. Morris checks back in. Murphy top of the key with the lefty dribble will call out the play. Over to Morris, right wing. Morris uses a Garrett Verberkmos pick. Swings it to Murphy on the left side. Murphy working against Caleb Moore. Verberkmos, Logan Rodenbaugh. One dribble to the top of the key, over to Daniel Rodenbaugh. He'll drive baseline, gets inside. Tough layup attempt, won't go. Rebound batted around and picked up by Radin. Isaac Radin, left side. Radin trying to get inside against Verberkmos. Now he'll swing it out for Rignaris. Rignaris attacking the rim. Lefty layup is good, and the hoop and the harm. No, they're calling an offensive foul. Wow. Goodness gracious. They are calling the offensive foul on Rignaris. Yeah, tough to see. He's right on top of it. Tough to see from over here. Obviously, the Ranger faithful don't like it from behind us. In any case, it's McBain basketball. They still trail by one. Connor Murphy open for three, left wing, good. Connor Murphy with his second triple of the quarter. And McBain takes the lead back, 16-14 with 4:40 to go here in the second.
Is that only 2 on Rignaris, or do you get a third one because of that last call?
That's his second.
Okay.
As far as I have, that's...
Yeah, I just never saw it change, so.
Rignaris. Solani, right baseline, 3, won't go. Rignaris battling for the rebound, lost the handle of it. He had it initially, and then it gets tied up by Radin and Morris, and the jump ball arrow will belong to the Ramblers. 16-14 McBain, 4:24 to go here in the second quarter. This is intense as we figured it would be. Now here's Jacob Hahn with the takeaway. Hahn the other way, and the layup is good. Jacob Hahn knocks it at 16 apiece. Morris working against Moore. Top side for Garrett Verberkmos. Over to Murphy on the left wing. Radin in his shorts. Verberkmos now on the right wing looking for a cutter. Directing traffic, he'll give it to Morris, top of the key. Now here's Daniel Rodenbaugh, left wing, working against Rodenbaugh. He'll give it up to Murphy, top of the key. 3:40 to go here in the second. Tied at 16. Morris driving, right baseline. Looking underneath for Daniel Rodenbaugh, who lost the handle of it. Was knocked away nicely after the pump fake. Here's Murphy, kick out. Daniel Rodenbaugh for 3. Back iron. And Logan Rodenbaugh nearly had the rebound, and now it ends up in the hands of Morris. Garrett Verberkmos driving baseline. Little inside pass for Logan Rodenbaugh. Pump fakes, gets 2 Rangers off the ground and lays it up and in. Logan Rodenbaugh with the veteran move underneath. Here's Solani for 3, back iron. And Logan Rodenbaugh and Jacob Hahn will tie it up, and it'll be Ranger basketball. 18-16 McBain. 3:08 to go. Is the pace frenetic right now between these two squads?
It is, and I'm just impressed how Hahn can get his hand on these jump ball rebounds and how he's like the second man on the spot, and yet he's getting equal possession of the rebounds. You know what Ryan Hillary says, the early bird gets the worm and the second mouse gets the cheese.
Rignaris, the pass for him on the inside went off his shoulder. He wasn't ready for it. Got it back and then somehow got it up and in. Morris inside for Logan Rodenbaugh. And Rodenbaugh will get Solani off the ground and draw the foul. He'll go to the line for the first free throws for McBain. Solani picking up his first foul, and it's the 6th on the Rangers. Next, we'll put the Ramblers in the 1-1, but there's only 2:47 to go here in the first half. Logan Rodenbaugh misses the first. Knotted at 18. Logan Rodenbaugh trying to give McBain the lead. Back iron, front iron, no good. Ball tapped and collected by Trevor Solani. Tough rebound there by the senior. Solani over the timeline. Over to Hahn on the right wing. Hahn working against Morris. Lefty dribble, now spin back to Solani on the right wing against Logan Rodenbaugh. Little in-out dribble, spins, nice job. Little pump fake, gets to the rack and lays it in. What a move from Trevor Solani. He's got his first points of the game. It's a 20-18 Manton lead. 2:20 to go here in the first half. Connor Murphy on the right wing to Morris on the baseline. Nice look inside for Logan Rodenbaugh, rejected by Jacob Hahn. Hahn from behind just took it away. What a block.
That's the 4th block from behind that the Mantons had against McBain. Look at McBain's going to have to start pump faking or getting eyes in the back of their head right now.
2 minutes to go here in the second. Rignaris driving. Tough shot between 2 Ramblers. Got his own rebound back, though. Out to Hahn for 3. Front iron. Tapped around by the Rangers again, but this time ends up in the hands of Morris, excuse me. Minute 40 to go here in the first half. Connor Murphy, Ramblers trail by 2. Finds Logan Rodenbaugh top of the key. Rangers are starting to jump some of these cuts by the Ramblers. Connor Murphy will drive in and now bring it out. Logan Rodenbaugh will hold on to it. Over to Verberkmos near side, working against Rignaris. Over to Daniel Rodenbaugh. Back for Morris. 3 ball is good. Devin Morris with the 3rd triple of the game for the Ramblers, and they take the 21-20 lead with 1:10 to go. Solani with a little hesitation dribble, and then swung it over Caleb Moore on the right wing, but out of his reach, out of bounds. And it will be Rambler basketball with 1:08 to go here in the first half.
Yeah, Devin Morris has got a great three-point shot, and if he can get it going, McBain will be dangerous from outside with him and Murphy.
Daniel Rodenbaugh working against Hahn. Top side for Morris. Over to Murphy on the right wing, standing on the McBain logo on the far side. Verberkmos looks to Coach Bruce Copeman for the call, gets the play call, and then they call it out. Daniel Rodenbaugh got it tapped away by Jacob Hahn, who I swear his hands are like magnets to basketballs. It's ridiculous how often Jacob Hahn gets his hands on the ball. Connor Murphy rejected as he tried to get that three off quickly, and he got it blocked by Isaac Radin, but then chased his own ball down and picked it up. Now we've got a jump ball situation. It'll be Rambler basketball with 30 seconds to go. Murphy trying to quickly get his shot off, but Radin getting around the pick got the hand on it. Murphy will inbound. Inside, Verberkmos working against Solani. Spins and lays it up and in. Nobody able to get up there with Garrett Verberkmos as he lays it in. 23-20, McBain with 20 seconds to go. Trying to find Hahn down low. Jacob Hahn and Logan Rodenbaugh battling. Those two had gone up for a rebound. And Rodenbaugh had helped Hahn off the floor. And in this case, Hahn basically shoved Rodenbaugh out of bounds and then came over to help him up again. Some good sportsmanship from those two young men. But the foul, Hawkeye, is on Jacob Hahn with 18 seconds to go. McBain now with an opportunity to extend this lead going into halftime.
Yeah, to get a little momentum going here. But I tell you what, that switch number foul is going to come to Hahn's benefit at this point.
It really would. Jacob Hahn should have 3, and they gave one, his first foul, to Isaac Radin mistakenly. And that is a big call. It's a good point. Logan Rodenbaugh now on the line for 1-1. Back iron, no good, but the rebound pulled down by Daniel Rodenbaugh. The Ramblers will get another chance. Final shot. 12 seconds to go. Connor Murphy, lefty dribble, into the corner for Morris. 8 seconds. Up top from Murphy. Murphy to Verberkmos. 2 seconds. Daniel Rodenbaugh at the buzzer. No good. So with 1 half in the books, McBain leads it 23-20 over the Manton Rangers. The battle for first in the Highland Conference has been just that. 2 quarters in the books. Second half coming up. It's the McBain Hardware Halftime Show. We'll have first half stats and thoughts. Don't go anywhere. Right after this.
In the small town of McBain lies a locally owned family pharmacy that takes pride in helping improve the health of every patient that comes through the door. At McBain Family Pharmacy, you're more than just a prescription. Here, you're family, and their experienced team of professionals are always available to answer any questions you may have regarding prescription and over-the-counter medications. McBain Family Pharmacy is your full-service family pharmacy for both traditional and compound medications. Call them today at 231-825-8175. That's 231-825-8175. Or stop by their store, located at 119 North Roland Street in McBain. We've all been there. We rely on our vehicles more than ever to get us where we need to go, safe and sound. McBain Auto Service is open Monday through Friday and are fully licensed and insured to serve you. With over 50 years combined experience, they specialize in everything from brakes to engine repair with no job too big or small. Stop in for a safety inspection. McBain Auto Service, located at 9438 South Maury Road in McBain, or call 231-825-2729.
Kelly's Pizza and Grill in McBain would like to take this opportunity to thank their loyal customers for all their years of support. It's with your patronage that Kelly's Pizza and Grill can continue to support local schools, churches, and charities, not to mention keep serving up great tasting breakfasts, lunches, and dinners. Open 6 days a week, Monday through Thursday, 6 a.m. to 9 p.m., and Friday and Saturday, 6 till 10. Always doing their best to serve the McBain community. Kelly's Pizza and Grill, 100 Maple Street in the heart of McBain.
The harsh northern Michigan winter is right around the corner, and that's why you need to heat your house with Holton's LP Gas. Call them today at 231-839-4600. You can contact the office for specials today. And if you're a new customer, they have specials for you as well. Holton's LP Gas has been in Lake City for 30 years. And don't worry, they service the entire listening area. They've got 24/7 live, trained professionals. Holton's LP Gas is a proud sponsor of McBain Athletics.
Your one-stop farm supply store is Falmouth Co-op in the heart of agriculture country. With locations at Falmouth and McBain, Falmouth Co-op has what you need to keep all your animals well-fed and healthy, plus bulk fuel and professional agronomy services like custom fertilizers and spraying and soil and grid sampling. Falmouth Co-op is your premier grain dealer and birdseed headquarters. And the McBain location has pizza, burgers, wings, and appetizers. Stop in today at either location in Falmouth and McBain. Falmouth Co-op is proud to support McBain's student athletes.
And welcome back to McBain High School. Jay Simon alongside Gary Hawkeye Vanna. The McBain Ramblers with a 23-20 lead over the Manton Rangers here at halftime. And Hawkeye, we were hoping for a good one. This is a postponement of a game that was scheduled earlier in the season, and we figured with more games under their belt, we'd get an even better game, and these two teams have not disappointed. It's been clean. It's been intense. It's been tough defensively. Both teams have come up with some offensive sparks at various times, especially off the bench. But it's been everything we were hoping for.
Yeah, it's been a great game. It's why we signed up to do both Matt and McBain games on the radio, to be honest with you, because we know it's going to be a great game. This is the only home game we do for McBain, and there's a reason we do that.
Absolutely. This is the McBain Hardware Halftime Show. McBain Hardware, go see Ron or Tyler for all your hardware needs. As Gary's brother-in-law will tell you, if they don't have it, you don't need it. McBain Hardware, our halftime show sponsor. 6.5 minutes left here at halftime. Run down the first half scoring for you. For the Rangers, Caleb Moore leads all scorers with 7 points. Hit a 3 in the first quarter as Manton jumped out to a brief lead. But McBain, thanks to some hot shooting, came back in that second quarter. Cole Rignaris has 2 fouls, but he also has 5 points. And then Isaac Radin, Trevor Solani, Colin Carter, and Jacob Hahn all with 2 points apiece. Hahn, the only other Ranger with 2 fouls. And as we said a little earlier in the broadcast, really should have 3. He picked up a foul against Garrett Verberkmos. As the officials discussed it, I think through that discussion, they kind of lost track of who the foul was supposed to be on. The official came over, called it on number 30. There was no 30 on the floor. Should have been 20, which is Hahn's number. Instead, the official book gave it to Isaac Radin, number 3, who was also on the floor. And so Radin has 1 foul, Hahn with 2. Kind of caught a break there, as Hahn really has been phenomenal defensively and on the boards for the Rangers. Has really been a spark on that end.
Well, actually, both of them have been, Radin and Hahn. They've had 5 from behind blocks, really doing a great job, especially at guard play. And then Hahn switched over to Murphy to shut down his 3-point threats. And it's been a great defensive battle for this game. You know, I really look at how well Man's defense has been playing, and I'm kind of questioning or wondering if I fell asleep. How did McBain get a 23-20 lead the way, because I really feel like Man's defense has been that good.
I can't disagree with you. For McBain, Garrett Verberkmos and Connor Murphy each with 6 points apiece, and I think this might be your answer. Murphy came off the bench, hit 2 triples in that second quarter. Devin Morris has 5. He hit a triple in that second quarter as McBain outscored the Rangers 13-8 to take this 23-20 lead. Daniel Rodenbaugh has 4 points, both on offensive rebounds and putbacks. Logan Rodenbaugh with 2 points to round out the scoring for the Ramblers, who are 0 of 3 from the free throw line. Manton Rangers are 2 for 2 from the charity stripe. It has been a clean game, honestly. The fouls in this game have not been of the sort of ticky-tack variety. They've been earned, if you will. And the officiating crew, as always, doing a great job. All 3 of these gentlemen, 2 of these 3 gentlemen are familiar to me. And they're doing a great job in a game where you know coming into it, both teams want to play very tight defense, and you kind of want to set a tone where you're going to allow these teams to do that without I know that my super secret source is always telling me that the officials don't change how they call a game. You're supposed to be consistent. You're supposed to be, consistent with the way you call games. But I think sometimes when you've got two teams with reputations like these two teams have, it's kind of, not that we're going to swallow the whistles, but we're going to allow that a little bit of physicality, maybe. I don't know how to better say that.
Well, I guess I just totally disagree with you.
I love it.
Here's what I watch.
Always totally
and when I watch it through this, you can watch this with bad teams that are physical, and you can watch this with good teams that are physical. And both teams think they're doing the exact same thing, but they're light years apart. But it takes a keen eye to see how far apart they are. When you have athletes, good, disciplined athletes who know how to play defense, how to get the body in the right position before they go after the ball or whatnot, that's a different type of physical play than when you have kids who are just a little bit late or more out of control or just not as highly skilled as what we're watching today. Today we have two highly skilled teams that will have physical, but it's clean physical and not lack of athletic physical.
I think one of the hardest things about being an official is trying to officiate a game with players like Jacob Hahn, and I say that with this is meant as a compliment to Jacob Hahn. His hands are so quick, and he has gotten his hands on so many balls. Daniel Rodenbaugh and Logan Rodenbaugh each, I swear, have had the ball knocked out of their hands after offensive rebounds at least a half dozen times in this game. Yeah, cleanly. And that has got to be one of the most difficult things to do, to see that and know, okay, he didn't make any contact with the player's hands or his wrists or whatever. It's tough to do because Hahn is so quick at that.
But you know who the good teams are, and you give them a benefit of the doubt there, too, that they have the athletic.
That's what I was saying.
They get the athletic ability to do it.
Now you're not totally disagreeing with me.
No.
Now you are agreeing with me.
No, I totally disagree with agreeing with you.
Do you disagree with the legend ever?
No. He might sue me. Hey, how interesting was this? Both teams just came out, and neither one were going to do any type of warm-up shooting before the second half.
No, minute to go, and does not appear they're going to do anything.
When's the last time you saw that?
Never. Because usually at least the bench guys run out there and start shooting. I want to remind you, you're listening to WCDY McBain Cadillac Lake City. Jay Simon alongside Gary Hawkeye Vanna. Zach Wiggins turning the dials for us back in the studio. Couldn't do it without Zach. This has been the McBain Hardware Halftime Show. Our thanks to McBain Hardware, as well as Pluger Mechanical, our pregame show sponsor. A lot of sponsors that we will be mentioning and you have been listening to during this broadcast. Our sincere thanks to each and every one of them.
So I tell you what, I always get texts during games. You got Kevin Bobin of Taylor Mechanical next to Doug McLean of McLean Transmission, both our sponsors. And they'll text me when we mention one, said, you're giving him too much love. Where's my love? And
they're listening?
When they listen to the away games.
Oh, I got you, yeah. Rangers with the ball to start the second half, and right away, Daniel Quist with the steal, streaking down the left side, finds Garrett Verbukmos, who lays it up and in, and the Ramblers quickly take a 25-20 lead as we start the second half. Rignaris with the three-pointer from straight away, off the mark, and the rebound to McBain. As Camp House, starters out there for both teams. Camp House on the left wing. We'll give it up top to Quist. Here's Logan Rodenbaugh driving right baseline. Got inside, lost the handle again, slapped away by the Rangers. And here comes Trevor Solani up the left sideline, going right to left. Top of the key, Caleb Moore. Got Quist off his feet, and a beautiful look for Rignaris on the baseline. And we're going to get a quick Ranger timeout before the Ramblers can inbound the ball. They want to get, I don't know if they want to get Colin Carter into the game. It is a 30-second timeout.
Whose timeout was that?
For the Rangers. It was the Rangers.
Because he just pointed to McBain.
I could have sworn Hiller called the timeout.
Well, I can see Coltman calling timeout on that one because of the breakdown on that backdoor cut.
I could totally see that too, but I could have sworn it was Hiller. I don't know. Not 100% sure. I'll check the official scorebook here shortly. I want to remind you, too, if you're leaving our listening area, you want to listen to this game, you can still do that online. Go to 107.9Wcdy.com, click the game logo on the right-hand side. You can listen to us via YouTube. Streaming to this broadcast brought to you by McLean Transmissions. For anything transmission-related and quality used cars, call 779-1394. That's McLean Transmissions on La Chance Road. Ramblers with the basketball, and we've got a Rambler on the floor. This is Garrett Verberkmos holding his head. He took a shot to the eye or whatnot. He definitely took a shot to the eye. It is red and half closed right now. There's a foul called. Was it a foul? No, never came over here. It was just a turnover, I guess, on McBain. So the Rangers with the ball. Here's Caleb Moore. Three ball is good. Boy, Caleb Moore with his second three of the game. He's got 10. And we are knotted at 25. 6.5 to go here in the third quarter. Ramblers with a little bit of a handoff game going here between their three guards. Quist now will give it to Logan Rodenbaugh. Garrett Verberkmos trying to get position down on the post. Quist working against Caleb Moore. Handoff to Camphouse. Morris. Rodenbaugh wanted the backdoor cut. Now he'll give it to Camphouse, looking for Verberkmos. So we're going to get a foul on Rignaris reaching over Verberkmos, and that's going to be his third, Hawkeye.
Yeah, and I think you can give credit to Coltman for that foul call because he was in the ear on the last one where Verberkmos caught an elbow to the eye. And even though the ref was telling him to be quiet, he was just paying attention.
Ramblers will trigger under their own basket. Camphouse over to Morris on the left wing, checked by Carter. Colin Carter quickly checking in on the second half. Morris will give it up to Quist. Quist over to Camphouse. Free throw line extended near side as the Ramblers go left to right. Over for Quist on the left wing. Quist will drive into the paint, looking across the lane for Logan Rodenbaugh. Knocked away by the Ramblers. Rangers into the hands of Morris, who finds a streaky Verberkmos down the lane. Verberkmos lays it over the front of the rim, and McBain takes a 2-point lead with 5.5 to go here in the third. Carter's cross-court pass is knocked away by Quist, and then Quist looking for Camphouse. A little too far. Camphouse can't reel it in. We'll go back to the Rangers.
Actually, Solani made a great job of closing down on Camphouse, cutting that angle off, and Quist knew it. And he had to leave Camphouse to make sure the pass wasn't turned over. And there just wasn't enough room in that window.
Caleb Moore with a blow-by on Quist. He'll pull it out. Now finds Radin. Cut off into the corner. Solani for three. Front iron, no good. Rebound pulled down by Daniel Quist. Here come the Ramblers. Inside again. Verberkmos with the reverse layup. Verberkmos with his third bucket of this quarter. And now there's a turnover. Caleb Moore was on the left side cutting. And Radin tried to throw it to him. Moore wasn't even looking. It goes out of bounds. And it'll be Rambler basketball. Biggest lead of the game for either team at 29-25. 4:57 to go here in the third, and it's McBain basketball. Solani has missed 3 triples from the corner. That's normally a money spot for Trevor Solani, who's got one of the prettiest jumpers you'll ever see in high school basketball. Just not falling for him tonight. Here's Camphouse, top of the key, over for Verberkmos. Down low, Logan Rodenbaugh. Double teamed, knocked away again by Hahn. Ball on the floor, and Carter will come up with it. Colin Carter will quickly bring it up over half court. Carter looking for some help. He'll give it up to Radin. Down on the block to Hahn. Hahn with a tough shot over Logan Rodenbaugh. Nice bucket. Jacob Hahn has 4, and it's a 29-27 McBain lead.
Yeah, Hahn's really rounded out his game with that down low play right there.
And now Isaac Radin harassing Justin Camphouse, knocked it away from him, then went after the loose ball, nearly had it, and knocked it out of bounds. We get a substitution. Lucas McKernan, the freshman, will check in. Colin Carter will sit down for Manton. 4:09 to go here in the third. It's a 2-point McBain lead. Quist takes the inbounds pass, dribbles to the top of the key. Now over for Morris, being harassed by McKernan. Top of the key for Logan Rodenbaugh. And what are we going to get? We're going to get a foul underneath. I'm assuming a Rambler offensive foul on Camphouse. So Justin Camphouse will pick up his second foul. First on McBain in this half. Just inside 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter. 29-27 McBain as Caleb Moore brings it over the timeline, working against Daniel Quist for the Rangers. Moore, nice look from Regnar, blocked from behind by Morris. Quickly up ahead, Daniel Rodenbaugh against Hahn, lays it over the front of the rim.
Crazy thing on that last exchange, that was the first rebound for Berberkmos.
That's insane. There's Radin for three, left wing, all the time in the world. And Isaac Radin calmly buries the triple. And it's a 31-30 McBain lead with 3:15 to go here in the third. Garrett Berberkmos, top of the key. Over to Daniel Rodenbaugh, top of the key for Morris. Morris, open, three ball on the way. Back iron, no good. And the rebound pulled down by Ragnaris. Ragnaris driving on the right side, the hoop and the harm. And Ragnaris is going to go to the line for a three-point play.
And that should be number 3 on Berberkmos.
Will be. Ragnaris, with a little hesitation, Euro on the right sideline. Front irons the free throw, though, and it's pulled down by Berberkmos, who stays in the game with those 3 fouls, although Connor Murphy is at the table. Connor, you got to come down. Come over here. 2:44 to go. 3-ball from Morris is good. Devin Morris with his second triple of the game, and it's a 34-32 McBain lead. Back and forth we go. 2.5 remaining as Caleb Moore gets cut off. Looking for Ragnaris. Ragnaris picks up his dribble, trying to find help. Finds Radin. Radin will set it up again on the far sideline. Rangers going right to left. 2:15 to go here in the third. Radin working against Morris. Will kick it out for Ragnaris at the top of the key. Ragnaris driving against Berberkmos, trying to draw that 4th foul, but instead gets a bucket. Ragnaris has got 6 in the quarter. And it is tied at 34 with 2:04 remaining in the third. We're going to get a timeout from McBain.
No, from Manton.
Oh, I'm sorry. Really? It is from Manton. I'm totally confused. Man with the timeout. They just scored. Why are they calling timeout? I don't know basketball.
I think that Hiller may be trying to set up some type of defense, maybe a press, or trying to get them to switch their defense because he sees Murphy getting ready to come in, and he wanted to make sure that Radin knows that he's going to be drawing the assignment as Connor Murphy.
There you go. Best in the business. That's why they call him Hawkeye. It's not just because he can see numbers from that far away. Yeah, see? I knew it. Manton's assistant coach says that he's taking his 230s.
Right. But I agree with you, but they gave it.
They gave it to McBain, but it should be at Manton's. And that's 2 things. Well, that's going to be really big if they've still got a third timeout. Hiller thinks he's only got 2 fulls officially. I guess it depends on what the home book has.
And there is the defensive adjustment with the full court press.
Caleb Moore checking Connor Murphy right from the get-go at the top of the key, trying to put some pressure on the ball handler. Hands it off to Morris, to Daniel Rodenbaugh. Rodenbaugh, right-handed dribble, and now we're going to get another offensive foul on McBain. And this is going to be on Morris.
It was a weird call because Morris totally leaned into the pick.
Kind of chicken wing him?
But he didn't chicken wing enough to actually make contact.
So it was a pointless foul. That's a bummer. Knotted at 34, minute 45 to go here in the third quarter. Lots going on around here. Rangers with the ball, going right to left. Jacob Hahn, top of the key, right-hand dribble. We'll hand it off to Raiden. Raiden, lefty dribble, into the paint. Raiden, tough layup. Over for Burkmos, wouldn't go, but nobody bucked out Cole Rignaris, who has 8 points in the quarter, 13 for the game, and the Rangers with a 2-point lead. Murphy working against Moore. Left wing, down low for Burkmos, the hoop and the harm. Garrett for Burkmos somehow, with the left hand, getting that up on the glass. He's got 8 points in the quarter. And that is the third on Jacob Hahn. Again,
playing with house money.
As we mentioned, playing with house money. Should be his fourth, but caught a break. As Burkmos cannot convert. Ramblers have yet to make a free throw in this game. Minute 9 to go in the third. 36-36. Raiden swings it around for Rignaris, working against Burkmos. Kick out. Solani wide open for three. Yes!
He's been on the wrong side of the court the whole time.
Matter of time. Trevor Solani gives the Rangers their biggest lead of the game. 39-36 with 45 seconds to go here in the third. Solani working against McGillis. Gets it to Burkmos. Over to Morris on the right wing. Morris lefty dribble to the top of the key to Murphy. Caleb Moore checking to see if he's wearing deodorant tonight. Daniel Rodenbaugh now. Top side for Burkmos. 30 seconds to go in the third. Daniel Rodenbaugh. Murphy top of the key now. Murphy driving on Moore. Gets inside. Tough layup. Won't go for Burkmos though with the rebound. Lost the handle, gets it back, and lays it up and in. Quickly up ahead, Solani. Looking for some help, finds Moore. Moore working against right layup, won't go, and the loose ball ends up on the floor. That was Connor Murphy with the defense. Saw the number, not the face. I know Murphy by his face, not his number. And that is the end of the third quarter. 39-38. McBain with the lead. Oh, my goodness gracious, folks. I don't even want to take a break, but I have to. 30 seconds. I need a drink of water. We'll be back right after this.
McBain Rural Agricultural Schools offers a quality, well-rounded education for the whole child. McBain students have a technological head start from the beginning with their own issued MacBook or iPad. Rambler students are immersed in strong curriculum, including access to a large variety of vocational programs, a winning athletics program, and access to a new state-of-the-art performing arts center. Challenging competitive times require a challenging competitive education. Give your child the McBain advantage. McBain Rural Agricultural Schools.
And welcome back to McBain High School. Jay Simon alongside Gary Hawkeye Vanna. 39-38. The Manton Rangers have a 1-point lead over the McBain Ramblers through 3 quarters of play. This game promised to be a good one, and it has not disappointed. Great defense from both teams. Some big plays from some big names. Trevor Solani finally finding it from distance to give the Rangers this lead as we enter the fourth quarter. As the officials discussing things with the official scores, the arrow is with McBain right now. As they made the discussion, we're going to have it Manton ball. It's going to be a McBain ball to start this quarter. So the arrow will flip to the Rangers once the Ramblers inbound here. Fourth quarter underway here from McBain High School here on 107.9 CDY. A terrific 8 final minutes coming up here. Daniel Rodenbaugh with the ball on the right wing. Top side for Murphy. Over to Morris. You got Murphy for Burkmos. Both Rodenbaughs and Morris on the floor for McBain. Murphy driving into the corner. Morris. He'll take the 3 ball. Front iron no good. Daniel Rodenbaugh with the rebound. And the putback, Daniel Rodenbaugh again with the offensive rebound and putback, and it's a 1-point McBain game.
That is where the Rodenbaugh make their money, both Daniel and Logan.
Solani driving inside, can't get it to go. The rebound ends up in the hands of Connor Murphy. Murphy, bounce pass for Rodenbaugh. Across the lane for Berkmos. I don't know why he didn't just take that in. Swings it out to Morris. Murphy into the corner for Daniel Rodenbaugh. Back to Murphy. He'll set up the play. 7 minutes to go here in the game. Morris, top side, working against Hahn. Yeah, we're going to get a hold on the Rangers. And if this is on Rignaris,
no, that's on Raiden.
It's going to be on Raiden. So Raiden picks up his second foul, third on the Rangers. 6:57 remaining in the ball game. Murphy will inbound for McBain. Morris, top side for Daniel Rodenbaugh. Wants to give it to Murphy and does. Murphy uses a Moore pick, takes the three, in and out. And the rebound is collected by Rignaris. Here come the Rangers going right to left. 40-39 McBain, 6:40 to go here in the game. Raiden working against Morris. They'll hand it off to Rignaris. Rignaris lost the handle, and we're going to get a jump ball. It'll be Manton basketball, but the possession arrow now will flip to McBain, so some good defense from Morris.
Morris is having the best game of his career tonight. And he's playing a complete game, both offensively and defensively.
Rignaris will inbound. Here's Raiden, right in front of our desk, working against Morris. Rignaris, top side for Hahn, out at the big green M block in the circle at midcourt. Hahn will hand it off to Caleb Moore as the Rangers taking the air out of the ball right now. Caleb Moore driving, cut off by Berkmos, and there's a steal by Connor Murphy. Murphy has a man coming from behind, and it was Caleb Moore who did a great job of knocking that away. Murphy thought he got fouled, which every high school kid in the country thinks that's a foul in that situation. And we're going to get a 30-second timeout by McBain. I don't know if the timeout situation ever got fixed or not. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. I promise Zach Wiggins running the dials for us back in the studio, we will get those breaks in. He's probably having a little bit of a panic attack right now. Lots of sponsors for this broadcast. Could not do it without them. Our sincere thanks to each and every one. Let me just mention a few for you. They include Wexford Misaki Career Tech Center, High Flow Performance, looking for the right sheet. There it is. White Pine Boilers, LLC, Kelly's Pizza and Grill, and Holton LP Gas. Our sincere thanks to each and every one of our sponsors for their support of tonight's broadcast. 6:04 to go in the game as Murphy looks to inbound. Murphy will get it into Logan Rodenbaugh just in the nick of time. Gets it back top of the key. Murphy working against Caleb Moore. Moore, the sensational sophomore who has filled in terrifically at point guard this season after the graduation of the spectacular point guard the Rangers had, whose name is just falling out of my head. Jaden Perry, thank you. Moore driving, Morris driving, gets it knocked away. And Hahn ends up with it. 5.5 to go here in the ball game. 40-39 McBain.
Raiden with another great steal.
The defense is tightening up here in the fourth quarter. Moore working against Murphy. Moore top of the key for Solani. Solani directing traffic. One dribble, we'll give it to Raiden. Raiden again right in front of our desk. Thought about driving on Morris. Now he'll hand it off to Hahn. Hahn wants to cut, drive on Rodenbaugh. Logan Rodenbaugh cuts him off. Now he'll hand it off to Caleb Moore. Ball on the floor. Moore gets it back, and we're going to get a jump ball, and it's going to be a McBain basketball. Ranger fans clearly do not like that one from behind us. Of course, they are, 60 feet away, and the official right on top of it. But I'd do the same thing if I were in their shoes.
Yes, I would.
5:03 to go in this one. Connor Murphy will bring it over half court. Working against Moore. Murphy lost the handle. Now gives it up to Daniel Rodenbaugh. Kicks it back out to Murphy. Murphy working against Moore. Trying to find somebody open. Now down low for Berkmos, who is double teamed, and it's taken away. Here comes Rignaris, little hesitation. Gives it up to Hahn on the left baseline. So Radin on the left wing. Radin driving baseline, cut off nicely by Morris. Will dribble it back out. Play call from head coach Ryan Hiller. Yeah, we're going to get a timeout. That's all he's got is fulls left. Well, see, yep. They're claiming he's got a 30 left, so Coach Hiller is going to end up with, I might as well go official now, because if officially they have a 30, then I might as well do that.
Do they have a 30?
They have a full and a 30.
And it's our mistake.
McBain has 3 fulls. I guess so. Even though the Rangers are convinced they've used both 30s. So a full timeout on the floor here at McBain, 40-39. McBain with the lead. There's been just 1 field goal in this 4th quarter. Daniel Rodenbaugh with an offensive rebound and putback. As I mentioned, Hawkeye, the defense is amping it up here in the 4th quarter. All that early substitution by both teams has allowed both coaches to keep their starters for the most part on the floor, though Connor Murphy is getting significant time here in the 4th quarter at point guard for McBain.
Yeah, he's been finishing a lot of games at point guard.
No, we don't have the same thing, sir. That's nearly got ran over. Now the official scorebooks are throwing us under the bus, saying we have the same thing. That's not true. There's Solani driving. We're going to get an offensive foul on Solani. They're saying Solani with the push-off. And so that's the second on Trevor Solani. It'll be McBain basketball.
And that's only number 4 with 4 minutes left in the game. Not many fouls called at this point in the game.
Connor Murphy will take it down to the right baseline. Now skip pass out for Morris. Back out to Connor Murphy. Rignaris is fronting Verberkmos. Murphy will call out the play. Murphy, lefty dribble over to the left wing. Uses the pick. Gets to the rim. Front iron, no good. Rebound battled for. And Hahn did a nice job of holding the Rodenbaugh off effectively from that ball. And here come the Rangers. Boy, Jacob Hahn is a warrior down there. Solani, 3-ball right wing. Misses everything. And the rebound caught by Logan Rodenbaugh. He did catch net. He caught net, and that ball checked up. Daniel Rodenbaugh driving into the paint, turns, fires, in and out. Logan Rodenbaugh nearly had the rebound, and now they're going to say this is off of
Rangers.
The Rangers. It'll be McBain basketball. 3:18 to go here in the 4th. It's 40-39 McBain. We've had 1 bucket in this 4th quarter. Murphy gets it into Daniel Rodenbaugh. Rodenbaugh will take it to the top of the key, back to Morris. Morris dribbles to the left wing, top side for Murphy.
Murphy's been pretty quiet this half.
Now the Rangers definitely don't want to let either one of them get free. Verberkmos inside, you can't stop it. Jared Verberkmos lays it up and in, and it's a 42-39 McBain lead with 2:55 to go. Radin driving on Verberkmos, who does a nice job of cutting him off. Rignaris at the free throw line. Kick out. Hahn, 3-ball over. Logan Rodenbaugh is good. We are knotted at 42. Jacob Hahn with the 3. 2:35 to go in the ball game. Morris on the right wing. Top side for Verberkmos. Over to Murphy. Murphy driving. Floater over. Hahn won't go. Logan Rodenbaugh with the rebound, and they're going to get the foul as Logan Rodenbaugh got inside. And they're going to get this on Radin, so it'll be Isaac Radin's 3rd foul. 2:24 remaining here in the ball game. 42-42. Murphy trying to find Daniel Rodenbaugh, who just gets it before half court. Daniel Rodenbaugh working against Solani, uses a Murphy pick. Daniel trying to bounce pass. We get a kick on the Rangers. It'll be McBain ball underneath the basket. But we're right next to the Manton bench, Hawkeye, and Coach Ryan Hiller and his staff screaming at his players, deny, deny, deny. When the Rambler non-ball handlers get that ball out by half court. They want them to harass them to death out top.
And it's working well for them as they are really forcing McBain out of rhythm, and they haven't been able to set up much of an offense so far.
Got a full timeout on the floor. We're going to take a 30-second break, so Zach will stay calm. We'll be back right after this.
Kelly's Pizza and Grill in McBain would like to take this opportunity to thank their loyal customers for all their years of support. It's with your patronage that Kelly's Pizza and Grill can continue to support local schools, churches, and charities, not to mention keep serving up great tasting breakfasts, lunches, and dinners. Open 6 days a week, Monday through Thursday, 6 a.m. to 9 p.m., and Friday and Saturday, 6 till 10. Always doing their best to serve the McBain community, Kelly's Pizza and Grill, 100 Maple Street in the heart of McBain.
42. Just over 2 minutes remaining here in McBain as the Ramblers and the Manton Rangers battling for the top spot in the Highland Conference. Both teams unbeaten, but only one can exit this gym with that goose egg in the loss column. It is Rambler basketball, 2:16 remaining here in the fourth quarter as Connor Murphy looks to inbound. He'll get it to Logan Rodenbaugh. And now he'll get it back on the right wing. Connor Murphy, the sophomore who has been closing out games at point guard for head coach Bruce Koopman. Morris down low, Logan Rodenbaugh, tough shot, in and out. And Jacob Hahn with the rebound. Rodenbaugh with a point-blank miss. Rangers with the ball. Minute 55 to go in the game. Caleb Moore, the sophomore, being checked by Murphy. He'll get it to Isaac Radin on the left wing. Radin working against Morris, top of the key. Little hesitation dribble, gets down to the baseline, trying to find a bounce pass for Ignaris, and it's taken away by the Ramblers as Connor Murphy comes up with it. And they're going to call a double dribble on Connor Murphy as he dribbled that ball basically off his leg. It's one of those calls, Hawkeye, that kids do it all the time. They get it stuck on their hip or they get it stuck on their leg, and it tends to be let go. But when you're in the backcourt in full view of everybody right in front of the official, that's going to get called.
Yeah, it looked like he wanted to push the pass up ahead, changed his mind, and that's when he dribbled it off his leg.
Only the Harlem Globetrotters are allowed to knee dribble the ball on their way up the court. Turnover gives it back to the Rangers. Minute 20 remaining in this one. Rignaris, backdoor cut, knocked away. Ball on the floor for Berkmos, comes up with it. And the Ramblers with the ball. Murphy behind the back. Quickly up ahead. Logan Rodenbaugh to the rim, left-handed, is blocked. But knocked to the ground, and the foul call will send Logan Rodenbaugh to the line with a minute 10 remaining in this one. It's going to be on Jacob Hahn, and again, Hawkeye playing with house money. That would have been his fifth. Instead, he gets to stay on the floor. And Logan Rodenbaugh, who is 0 of 3 from the free throw line, will go to the line and try and give his team the lead.
McBain hasn't made anything from the charity stripe.
And they still haven't. Minute 10 to go. Next Ranger foul will put the Ramblers in the bonus. Ramblers have committed just 3 fouls, which could be a problem if they fall behind. In and out for Logan Rodenbaugh. Ramblers still without a free throw in this game. Rangers with the ball, tied at 42, a minute to go. Caleb Moore working against Murphy, trying to hand it off to Hahn. Hahn will pick it up. Dribbles to the left sideline, and now we're going to get a timeout. And Coach Ryan Hiller will use his third 30-second timeout.
With house money.
With house money. And listen, this is not to say that it's the Rangers' fault or anything. It's just stating the facts as they are. And it's tough in this kind of atmosphere to hear everything right, get everything right. These officials doing their absolute best. We're only telling you what Coach Hiller and his staff themselves thought. They know they've used 2 30-second timeouts already, but officially, one was given to the Ramblers, and so Hiller now has 1 full remaining. Coach Koopman and the Ramblers have 2 fulls remaining.
Another nail-biter. Just Friday, the Ramblers in the exact same position against Beale City down in Beale.
51 seconds remaining in this one. Knotted at 42. Rignaris will inbound in front of his bench as the Rangers go right to left. Rignaris looking. Gets it into Caleb Moore. Moore working against Murphy. Gets by him, gives it up to Rignaris. Working against Verberkmos, elevates, gets over him, but he can't get it to go. And then it's taken away by Logan Rodenbaugh. We're going to get a jump ball, and the possession arrow belongs to Manton. Where the Ramblers were lucky they didn't get a travel call. Logan Rodenbaugh, I think, and Connor Murphy had hands on that ball, but fortunately, Caleb Moore also had a hand on it. So the jump ball will give it to the Rangers. 41 seconds remaining. Quickly into Raiden. Raiden on the left wing will dribble it out. Working against Morris. He'll drive baseline. Rignar trying to get out of his way. We're going to get a jump ball before the timeout called by Ryan Hiller. And it will be McBain's basketball. Ryan Hiller was trying to call his final timeout as the Ramblers got the tie-up. And with 30 seconds left, McBain now has a chance to take the final shot.
Yeah, normally you don't want to trade timeouts for possessions, but in that case it was necessary.
We will get a timeout from McBain. It's a full timeout, 25.7 seconds remaining. And we're going to keep it here. Sorry, Zach. 42-42. McBain will inbound in front of their own bench, going left to right, with an opportunity to take the final shot. Hawkeye, I'm a little torn. I don't know, based on the way this game has gone, if I would rather be the team playing defense in this situation right now or offense.
I don't know. You're right on that one because there's been so many turnovers. But I'm going to have to say you want to be the team that's playing offense because Man's been such a great defensive rebounding team that you're not going to get two shots the way it's been going all night. So you want to have the shot at one shot.
Put yourself in Coltman's head. Where are you going? I got to think Verberkmos down low. Verberkmos has 12 second-half points in this game.
Yeah, and I can see a lot. Rignaris fronting Verberkmos with Solani collapsing on him to double team, so Verberkmos can't get to the hoop. So I think someone else is going to have to step up.
I'm going to call it right now. Is he on the floor? He is. I'm going to call it right now. It's going to be a Rambler miss and a Daniel Rodenbaugh offensive rebound and put back at the buzzer.
I was going to give it to Logan Rodenbaugh.
Morris will inbound, trying to get it into Murphy, and it is knocked away by Caleb Moore. Ramblers having trouble getting this ball inbounded. Devin Morris, again, working right in front of his, just down from his bench. Now he'll get it into into Murphy. 20 seconds left, and Moore takes it away. Caleb Moore with the steal. 15 seconds to go. Moore driving on Murphy. Into the corner. Hahn for three. Short iron, no good. Ball on the floor. This is going to go off the Rangers. It will be McBain basketball with 7.7 seconds remaining. Rangers are going to pick up full court. Both teams have one full timeout remaining. Coltman trying to make himself heard over the crowd, and he will call his final timeout. 7.7 seconds remaining. Caleb Moore came up with the turnover with the steal against Connor Murphy. Found Jacob Hahn open for three on the right baseline. Hahn's jumper came up well short, grazed the front of the iron, which is actually difficult to rebound because you're expecting something different. Ball came down quickly. Verberkmos was in the area. I'm not sure which Ranger was in the area down there, but it went off of Manton. Was it Raiden? Went off of Raiden and out of bounds. And so McBain will be inbounding under Manton's basket with 7 seconds remaining in a tie game, 42-42. After a 19-15 Manton over McBain third quarter, it's been 4-3 McBain here in the final stanza.
Well, we know that Manton is a fantastic defensive team as they were able to hold Pine River to 4 points last Friday. We just didn't expect them to do it back-to-back games.
No. They think McBain has a 30. We're coming to their official score. Of course, Harv Lucas is the official scorebook.
Right.
Manton has one as well.
But the ref came over and pointed at McBain on
absolutely.
a 30.
Absolutely. Right. I'm just saying, the bench thinks they have a 30, but they don't. Logan Rodenbaugh will inbound. Gets it into Connor Murphy. 5 seconds to go. Murphy working against Caleb Moore. Spinning. 3 seconds. Murphy will heave it from half court. Oh, my goodness! Connor Murphy at the buzzer, half court from 30 feet away. Drains the 3-ball, and the McBain Ramblers escape with the 45-42 win. What a finish, Murphy! Back-to-back three-pointers for the win for McBain. Unbelievable. Oh my goodness. Another nail-biting last-second win for the Ramblers. How many we call to these? The Rangers are stunned. Caleb Moore, Hawkeye, played some phenomenal defense, forcing Murphy to turn directions 3 times before he finally got off over half court. He was just over the volleyball line when he let that go. Moore did not want to foul him, but did everything possible to prevent that shot from getting off. Murphy had to let it fly, grazed the ceiling, it felt like. That was a high three-pointer, and absolutely nothing but net for Connor Murphy to give the Ramblers the 45-42 win. What a finish. My goodness. Whew. Well, Zach, feel free to run several commercials because we need a moment or two. My goodness. Wow. Don't go anywhere, folks. The post-game show brought to you by Northern Truck Service is coming up. And, man, do we have some things to talk about. What a game. 45-42. The McBain Ramblers beat the Manton Rangers on a Connor Murphy buzzer beater. We will be back right after this.
Hi, Tracy from Don's Auto Clinic and High Point Auto and Cadillac, your locally owned dealerships. The holidays are here, and so are all the great gift ideas. Get $13,000 off on the new 2018 GMC Sierra Denali Crew Cab and get an electric Denali for your son or daughter free, or a 2019 Jeep Cherokee Latitude Plus 4x4 for just $299 per month, complete with heated seats, heated steering wheel, and remote start. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from all of us at Don's Auto Clinic and High Point Auto, growing together to serve you better.
Providing great service and quality to our customers, LC Materials is here for you and all your concrete and aggregate needs, both residential and commercial projects. We can assist you in estimates, sand and gravel needs, project details, and on-time delivery. LC Materials is also in Cadillac at the Concrete Store. The Concrete Store has building supplies, stone, block, tools, and other accessories to help you finish your project. So when you're ready, call LC Materials. We're ready when you are, online at lcmaterials.net.
We've all been there. We rely on our vehicles more than ever to get us where we need to go, safe and sound. McBain Auto Service is open Monday through Friday and are fully licensed and insured to serve you. With over 50 years combined experience, they specialize in everything from brakes to engine repair with no job too big or small. Stop in for a safety inspection. McBain Auto Service, located at 9438 South Maury Road in McBain, or call 231-825-2729.
McBain Rural Agricultural Schools offers a quality, well-rounded education for the whole child. McBain students have a technological head start from the beginning with their own issued MacBook or iPad. Rambler students are immersed in strong curriculum, including access to a large variety of vocational programs, a winning athletics program, and access to a new state-of-the-art performing arts center. Challenging competitive times require a challenging competitive education. Give your child the McBain advantage. McBain Rural Agricultural Schools.
In the small town of McBain lies a locally owned family pharmacy that takes pride in helping improve the health of every patient that comes through the door. At McBain Family Pharmacy, you're more than just a prescription. Here, you're family, and their experienced team of professionals are always available to answer any questions you may have regarding prescription and over-the-counter medications. McBain Family Pharmacy is your full-service family pharmacy for both traditional and compound medications. Call them today at 231-825-8175. That's 231-825-8175. Or stop by their store, located at 119 North Roland Street in McBain.
Hi, Tracy from Don's Auto Clinic and High Point Auto and Cadillac, your locally owned dealerships. The holidays are here, and so are all the great gift ideas. Get $13,000 off on the new 2018 GMC Sierra Denali Crew Cab and get an electric Denali for your son or daughter free, or a 2019 Jeep Cherokee Latitude Plus 4x4 for just $299 per month, complete with heated seats, heated steering wheel, and remote start. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from all of us at Don's Auto Clinic and High Point Auto, growing together to serve you better.
And welcome back to McBain High School. Jay Simon alongside Gary Hawkeye. Vanna, what a finish. Connor Murphy at the buzzer with the 30-footer from the top of the key gives the Ramblers a 45-42 win over the Manton Rangers. They stay unbeaten in the Highland Conference as the Rangers fall to 7-1. Their 9-game winning streak is snapped. What a heartbreaking loss for Ryan Hiller and the Rangers. Caleb Moore, the sophomore, played about as good a defense on that possession as you can. 7 seconds left. Ramblers had to inbound full court. Moore made Connor Murphy turn 3 times by the time he got over half court, and all Murphy could do at that point was heave it at the buzzer. Moore didn't want to foul him, but he made him take a tough shot, and absolutely nothing but net. Straight through from about somewhere in the lower stratosphere.
That was an amazing finish. I can't believe. You knew that when Murphy brought it up, he wasn't giving the ball up at all. And that was his full objection.
You think it's full? You think I think that was the play?
That was
bring it up and take a 3 at the buzzer, Connor?
That was his play.
We'll have to ask Dad. I got to find Sean. I want to know what he thought of that one.
Well, I didn't know what Dad's going to say. As soon as he did, he grabbed his head and goes, no!
Yes!
I got to bring his ego down again. How am I going to get him back to earth after that shot?
Oh, my goodness gracious. There is no volleyball equivalent, you know. I mean, you can hit the game-winning spike, but there's no time. There's no count, no clock.
No.
People don't go nuts in that situation. Wow. Connor Murphy had 3 triples in the game. None bigger than that one as he hits the only triple in the fourth quarter for McBain to give him the win. Whew, let's run down the scoring for you. Garrett Verberkmos put the Ramblers on his back in the second half. He had 10 points in the third quarter to help McBain stay within shouting distance as Manton overcame a 3-point halftime deficit to take a 1-point lead into the final quarter, 39-38. He led all scorers with 18 points. Murphy, as we mentioned, had 9. Devin Morris had 2 threes. He had 8 points in the game. Daniel Rodenbaugh, with another yeoman's effort down low, he had 8 points. Logan Rodenbaugh finishes with a bucket as the Ramblers only had 5 players in the scorebook on the night. Meanwhile, for Manton, Cole Rignaris paced them with 13 points. He had 8 in the third quarter as the 2 big men went at it in that third stanza. Caleb Moore, the sensational sophomore, finishes with 10 points. Isaac Radin, Trevor Solani with 5 points apiece. Jacob Hahn with 7. He had the only bucket for the Rangers, a big 3 from the corner to give them a 1-point lead in that fourth quarter. And then Colin Carter off the bench with a bucket to round out the scoring for the Rangers, who only had 6 players in the scorebook. So while there were a lot of players who came off the bench and gave significant minutes to both teams, it was a limited number who scored. The Ramblers went 0 for 6 from the free throw line. The Man Rangers went 2 of 3 from the free throw line as a very well contested defensive effort from both teams. And Gary has given up the headset to the man of the hour, Connor Murphy, who hit the 3 at the buzzer to give the Ramblers the win, joins us on the broadcast. Connor, have you caught your breath yet?
Not really. I mean, everybody was punching me in the chest right in that group, and it was crazy.
7.7 seconds left. Hawkeye thinks that the play was for you to just dribble it up over half court, take the 3, and win the game, but I'm guessing Coach Copeman had something a little different drawn up.
Yeah, he didn't want that. Right before, we didn't run the offense right, and he just wanted to, I don't know, he just wanted a timeout maybe.
So it was a different play call, I'm sure, in the huddle, but Caleb Moore did a nice job defensively on you, made you turn a few times before you got over half court. You got off a good look just over the volleyball line. Your dad's familiar with that line.
Yeah.
Did you think that had a shot when you let it go?
I think I had some kind of a chance, but I didn't think I was going to switch it. That was pretty cool.
Absolutely nothing but net. Didn't touch any of the rim.
Yeah.
Well, and you had the big three with under a minute to go against Beale City to give you guys the lead and eventually the win as well. Back-to-back games. Are you going to be difficult to live with at home now with Dad?
I don't know, man. It's going to be tough.
Just a sophomore up here on the varsity. You're not starting, but you're closing a lot of games and getting a lot of experience here at point guard. What's this experience been like for you here on the varsity?
I like it a lot more. Played JV last year. I didn't play a lot, but I worked over the summer and just wanted to get better.
You familiar with the history here between these two teams over the last 4 or 5 years, the battles they've had?
Yep.
What's it like being part of this rivalry now at the varsity level?
This is amazing. Going back to like when there was 49, 48, and someone hit a free throw just like that. It was crazy. It's pretty cool.
Yep. It's been a long and terrific rivalry between these two teams. And now when we start talking about all the close games, we're going to have to mention your name.
Yeah.
Connor Murphy with the big three to win it. 45-42, the final here in McBain. Connor, we'll let you go find your family and celebrate. Congratulations.
All right, thank you.
Nice game. Connor Murphy, the sophomore, again with the three from just inside the volleyball line here in McBain to win it. You're listening to WCDY, McBain, Cadillac, Lake City. Well, Hawkeye, it's got to come from his mom, right? We know Sean can't play basketball.
I know, but you said it was from the volleyball line.
That's right.
It was from the 10-foot line. That's where Sean put his ball down.
That's right. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So they're both familiar with that line, but for different reasons. So I did ask him. I said, Hawkeye thinks that was the play all along. I'm guessing Coach Coleman had something different drawn up. He said, yeah, no, that wasn't the play. But it worked. It worked, and nothing but net gives the Ramblers the win. This is the Northern Truck Service postgame show, and we've got a few awards to hand out here in the postgame show. First of all, Hawkeye, let's give out the George Johnson All-Heart Award. The George Johnson All-Heart Award named for the Ramblers' all-time greatest fan, George Johnson, who we lost last fall. Was a assistant coach of the basketball team and the biggest fan the Ramblers have probably had in their history. And we give that to the player that most exemplifies the passion and heart that George had for Rambler athletics through their play and their behavior. What you got for that one in this one?
I'm going to give that to Devin Morris. Devin Morris was the second leading rebounder on the team with 5 rebounds, did a fantastic job with the defensive end, and he knocked down some key three-pointers throughout the game. Well-balanced. Best game that he's had of his career was tonight, the most complete game, and I'm going to give it to Devin Morris.
Congratulations, Devin. The George Johnson All-Heart Award going to the senior, Devin Morris, who finishes with 8 points, including a pair of threes, and played some terrific defense against Isaac Radin in this ball game as well. I think it's Isaac Radin who has lit it up. 20-plus points since he came back from injury, held to just 5 in this one. Next up, Hawkeye, I'm not even sure why we need to discuss this. No?
You're missing one.
But no, we've got two more to go. What else do you got? 3 more to go?
You're missing the High Point High Achiever Award for the most rebounds.
That's completely new to me.
Which we are giving to Logan Rodenbaugh, who led the McBain Ramblers with 6 rebounds. So the High Point High Achiever top rebounder for the McBain Ramblers is Logan Rodenbaugh.
Brought to you by, I assume,
High Point.
Cadillac GMC. Cadillac GMC, yes. I want to say auto. High Point Cadillac GMC. All right. Well, the Judy K. Gildy picture-perfect play of the game. You can't zig. You can't zag when there's a clear zig in a game like this. I'm not even gonna let you say anything. I mean,
I'm just gonna let you know. My wife came down from the bleachers and came over here and asked me if I needed help to figure out which play it was, in case I missed what the Judy K. Gildy picture-perfect play of the game.
Your wife is the best.
And of course,
she is the best.
That is the Connor Murphy half-court 3-point buzzer-beater heave.
Volleyball line. It's not half-court.
For the win.
Because the thing is, it was not a heave. That was actually Connor's shot. That was in rhythm. I mean, it was from 30 feet, but he that looked like his other 3 balls, to be completely honest with you. So one of the advantages of having that low release point is you can get it off a little further away in that situation, and that's what he did. Yeah, that's the easy one. Murphy's 3 is clearly the Judy K. Gildy picture-perfect play of the game. Yeah. As your wife comes over to discuss that. I want to make sure we thank all of our sponsors one more time. You've been hearing from them throughout the broadcast, but we want to make sure that we mention them by name as well. They include Huntington Electric, McBain Rural Agricultural Schools, LC Materials, McBain Auto Service, Amp Wireless, Pluger Mechanical, Burkholder Family Funeral Home, McNally's Party Store, McBain and Lake City Family Pharmacy, the Falmouth Co-op, McLean Transmissions, High Point Cadillac GMC, Northern Truck Service, Judy K. Gildy Photography, McBain Hardware, Northern Michigan Christian Schools, and Taylor Mechanical. Our sincere thanks to each and every one of the sponsors and partners that allow us to bring you these broadcasts. Literally could not do it without them, and we are grateful for their support of McBain and Northern Michigan Christian Athletics here on 107.9 CDY. Still quite a few people milling about here. Sean Murphy, Connor Murphy's dad, over there trying to still figure out why he didn't get, 4 points for that 10-foot line shot or whatever. I kid.
He only needs 1 point.
He only needed 1. It's true. That's right.
We got the one he needed.
I got to make sure before he leaves that I ask him if that basketball talent comes from his wife. But that leaves us with one very, very important piece of business, and that is the most exciting 15 seconds in all of broadcasting. It is the Hawkeye Player of the Game, presented by Taylor Mechanical. And it's actually a tough one, in my opinion, because as big as Connor Murphy's 3 was to win the game, he did just have 9 points. Garrett Verberkmos finished with a game-high 18, and I believe he was also the leading, no, he was not. You already said he was not the leading rebounder for McBain. But I think those are really, in my opinion, your 2 choices for this one. But it's a tough one, to be completely honest. That's why you get paid the big bucks. And I know you're already putting it up on the CDY page. You're typing it into your phone to prepare. But I need you to tell our listeners who it is before it goes up on the Facebook page.
Well, I really think there's only one person that deserves it today, and I am going to give it to Garrett Verberkmos. Garrett Verberkmos, let me just put it this way. If you didn't have the effort he put in the first and the second half, Murphy could have shot the 3-pointer from the concession stand and would have been not enough to make a difference. They were 42-42 for one reason only, and that's Garrett. Well, not one reason, but Garrett Verberkmos was the biggest reason why that Murphy shot was going to be a tiebreaker. And if you missed it, what was it going to be?
Absolutely.
Right. Overtime. There was not a loss in that shot.
Right.
That's all because of Garrett. Garrett Verberkmos with 18 points is my Taylor Mechanical Hawkeye Player of the Game.
Great call. Verberkmos with 10 points in that third quarter, keeping the Ramblers within shouting distance and allowing them to stay in it and allow for Connor Murphy's heroics there in the fourth quarter. It was a tight fourth quarter. Ramblers outscored the Rangers 7-3 in that fourth quarter as the defense has really picked it up. And as I mentioned, give Caleb Moore a lot of credit. That's about as good a defensive effort as you can give on that final play. Wasted all 7 seconds, basically, and Murphy had to let her fly from 30 feet. Fortunate to see it go in. 45-42, our final here in McBain as the Ramblers defeat the Manton Rangers. Any final thoughts on this one, Hawkeye?
We get to do this again in 2 weeks.
We do get to do this again in 2 weeks. You are
and
absolutely
not only that,
right.
but we get to do it again on Thursday. So I do.
You do. I think I failed my audition. You get to do it again on Thursday when we will have the Pine River Bucks and the McBain Ramblers in Pine River. The legend, Bill Barnett, will be back for that broadcast alongside Gary here on 107.9 CDY, so make sure you tune in. That's going to do it. For our producer and engineer, Zach Wiggins, for Gary Hawkeye Vanna, I'm Jay Simon. Thanks so much for joining us, folks. You may now exhale. 45-42, the Ramblers defeat the Rangers on a buzzer-beating 3-pointer from Connor Murphy. Make sure you join us Thursday night, McBain and Pine River, only here on your #1 hit music station, 107.